What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I am your host, Nolan Skian, alongside Antonio Fiore Salestrina. Gentlemen, how are we? Listen, you hammered the game of the year.
It won.
And it won.
Technically.
But you still did the Sal thing and not bet it.
I took the money line instead.
Yeah, I also took the money line.
I took the greedy way.
You guys are crackheads.
I mean, plus 140 looked really good on Sunday, so I said...
It looked terrific.
To be fair, I mean, if you were so confident that they were going to win, you should have taken
They
the money
They almost did.
I mean, yeah, they were up 17-7 in the first
Well,
half.
right, and they
it wasn't even all, like the Gabe Davis play in overtime should have been a touchdown. He should not make a 60-yard field goal.
That's what I mean. He should not make a 60-yard field goal, but he does.
Antonio.
And he does it all the time at my expense.
Just say like...
I said horrible
Just
things
say like
about
I
Jake
said
Elliott.
Eagles were my play of the year, right? And Jake Elliott steps up to take that kick. 0 times out of 100 is he making that kick. But because I'm on the Bills, I'm on the other side
I know,
of that,
but like,
he's making that 100
they
times out of
they
100.
I disagree. He's clutch.
No,
dude.
they put him out there for 60-yard field goals. They just do it.
What else did you want them to do? It was 4th and 17. They're not getting 4th and 17.
There were teams that would have had to go for it in that situation. Not every team would be putting it out there for 60 yards.
I would say 98% of the teams in the NFL are taking that field goal.
Well,
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you go for it on 4th and 17.
Now, given
it was 4th and 4, they still would have kicked that.
given the
I 100%
yeah.
have confidence in that.
given the conditions, no, you shouldn't have kicked that from 60, but it doesn't fucking matter. So
Yeah, he's got ice.
It wasn't even close either. It was a fantastic kick.
Compared to the other guy
went right
that
down the
doinked
middle.
the crossbar for
Jacksonville,
Jacksonville.
or for
Houston.
Jacksonville to win Houston.
But I
like
mean,
that.
like also with the Bills thing, like you can't even, like they get fucked in overtime all the time. But like you can't even knock like Josh Allen, like he's bad in overtime, bad in clutch situations. No, he's playing well.
They missed.
and the ball just goes.
They missed that third down to Gabe Davis. Like, was there any thought in your head of going for it on 4th down? Like,
No,
I was in the
don't
car.
think so.
I was
think
in the
you
car
need to
driving
get the
back
field
from the
goal
Giants
there.
game, and I couldn't see video.
so it was 3rd down. I mean, you obviously seen like the Gabe Davis missed touchdown in the red zone in overtime, or no?
Did they end up kicking the field goal that drive?
Yeah.
Oh, then
So he missed. He had like an option route, and he went left, and he should have went straight up the field, and Josh Allen just missed them. But then it was 4th down and like 5 or 4 or something like that, and you're at like the 20-yard line. Obviously, it's like a layup field goal, but like you haven't been able to stop them all second half. Like you've had 4 or 5 drives where they just marched down the field. I'm not saying you had to go for it, but I think it should have been an option. Like McDermott always plays not to lose. Like there's 20 seconds left at the end of the 4th quarter. They have a timeout, and what do? They kneel on the ball. They don't even try to go for a field goal.
no, I know.
So,
You know what I was thinking in that situation? It's funny that you brought that up, because when that happened, I was like, imagine if they like like when sometimes they let the clock run out and they just kind of walk off the field. Imagine they like went back to snap it.
what do you mean? Like they kneel?
So like everyone starts walking off the field, and there's like, because I think when they did that, right, there was like 20 seconds left. There was a good chunk left.
Yeah.
You imagine they go back, hustle up, and then like everyone has to get set, and they like run a play. Like, how off would the fucking defense be?
Would that work?
I don't
you
know.
You have to tell the refs you're gonna do it though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but they wouldn't make substitutions, so they wouldn't have to wait for the defense to make substitutions. And they go back and snap it.
Should he be an offensive coordinator?
No, maybe. I mean, like it's like you know how they run
go to BuffaloBills.com and apply for their
like the
head
center,
coaching
like
job.
they don't say anything. The center just stands there.
Well, you know,
and hands the ball to the ref.
You know
and
how-
it's like we're snapping it again.
you know how they do like the fire drill when they run the kick, like the kicker on when there's no timeouts.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. You just have like everyone run back on real quick, like as they're walking
Yeah,
off.
like they
Now-
act like they're like all casual about to walk off, and then the center gives the ball to the ref, and they go to snap it, and they set up, and everyone on the Eagles has to run back on the field and like get set.
Okay, so the ref also has to be in like a decent position too for the player to hand it
Yeah,
off.
but they're already.
Well, the
in
ref-
there.
but the ref has to be neutral. It's not like the ref is gonna. I don't know, because then I feel like the other
what
team
rule
could be
are they
like, oh, the
breaking?
ref was in on this play.
Well, the ref needs that team. Like if they bet on the other team, they're not letting that happen. Like they had the Eagles, so they
yeah,
weren't.
but I mean, if the ref is there, like, so they snap the ball, the ref is there. If the center just hands it to him and says, "Hey, we're snapping it again,"
Now, also with the Bills, whenever they end up in these games, like they end up, they need to score in the last 2-3 minutes of the game. They score, they're up by 7, and there's always a minute left on the clock, and the other team always scores a touchdown in just a minute to force it to overtime.
Yeah, I mean, also too, I mean, we have to look this up for this week, what uniforms these teams are wearing, because when they wear those Kelly greens, I'm like, dude, they don't lose.
I'm gonna be honest. I know they lost, but they got their ass kicked in that game. Like the Bills,
but they still won.
I understand, but the Bills marched up and down the field at will whenever they.
Their offense looked really good.
It's just their defense is terrible.
They just let Jalen Hurts run all game, and it's like they had a spy for a lot of those plays, and literally he would just run right past them. So it's like, okay, you don't have a defense that can stop a running quarterback, and then when he drops back and passes and actually passes, you don't have a defense that can stop that either.
That's what I mean.
So your defense is just Swiss cheese, apparently.
Well, I think that's definitely their weak link. That's where other injuries are. That's where
this team, honestly, this team is probably leading that division if Trey White and Matt Milano don't go out.
Absolutely.
That's huge. If not
those
leading, they're probably tied with the Dolphins.
Players. Those are two of your best and your leaders
some of the
too
best,
on the defense.
Yeah, some of the best in the league.
So are they not making the playoffs now?
I don't know.
I think they might still sneak in like a wild card.
That's what I mean.
For sure.
I just kind of trust them.
Unless big Aaron comes back.
Yeah.
A-Raj, you're gonna love it when he comes back. Shut up.
But like what? He's not coming back for another like 4 weeks.
They're activating him off the IR. He's gonna start practicing.
If they're in like a 4-8 situation though, like he's not gonna play.
Which is why the New York Jets are winning this week, sir.
So they're gonna make it horny.
That's what he said on Pat McAfee.
This is deja vu all over again. This is the Packers every year when they're gonna start making it horny at the end of the year.
Maybe.
Well,
this is the same thing. The Jets are gonna start making it horny at the end of the year.
Every time Aaron Rodgers has talked about like his injury and like the maybe coming back thing, it's every time before yesterday it sounded like, oh my God, he's pretty much saying like, yo, I'm gonna be back this year. Yesterday,
he said he was running on a treadmill.
I don't think he sounded. He said he was running on a treadmill. That's far from football action.
He was out on the practice field today.
Well, yeah, but he's literally starting.
I don't think he sounded nearly as enthusiastic about it as he did the last 3 times. Because he was saying things like,
he's like, holy shit.
He's like, we have to see how the team is doing, how they're playing.
Well, also their offensive line is just horrid, so he doesn't want to go out there and get killed. Like.
Yeah, that's
what I mean. I don't think he's going to play because I don't think he's going to think it's worth it.
I think the only way he plays is if they win 2 or 3 games in a row here. Like, if they win the next couple, maybe.
Well, listen, 9-8, I don't think it's going to get you in the playoffs in the AFC. I really don't.
And are they 4-7? So they have to win out?
They're 4-7. They would have to win out. They would have to be in like a 6-7 or 7-7 situation.
Also would be an Aaron Rodgers move to like dick tease this like comeback the whole time and then not even come back.
But then they still win 6 games in a row, and Tim Boyle starts like playoff weekend.
And they get crushed by like the Chiefs or something. I don't know. This is like, I'm done hearing about it. I'm like every single time, it's just another reason for him to like get attention. Where he's like, yeah, I'm coming back.
Yeah, I mean until it says like he's practicing in full, I'm not gonna sit here and think that he's gonna come back.
He's such an attention whore, dude.
Yeah, he was less smiley about it yesterday too. Like in the last, he'd be like,
well, yeah, I'm running on a treadmill.
See. And now he's like,
I'm taking mushrooms every day. I'm running on a treadmill. I'm throwing on the field. It's like, maybe you think you are because you're hallucinating. But then he comes down and he's like, holy shit, my fucking leg hurts.
He locks himself in a room and he eats like 8 grams of mushrooms.
He wins the Super Bowl every night.
He tells like his trainer, he's like, I ran on the treadmill last night.
It's like, no, you didn't.
He's like, no, you didn't. You were laying on the floor.
You laid in an empty room and cried. Like, what? It's like, yo. He comes out. He's like, yo, we won the Super Bowl. They're like, no, you didn't.
He was like, I was
like
there,
a mattress
man.
on the floor, like in a dark room. All right, the Turkey Day games were fucking ass.
They were horrid.
They were so bad.
What was worse?
I didn't expect them. They're never good.
I don't know if I agree with that. The games or Jack Harlow, what was worse?
He didn't look like he cared about that.
He was high as fuck. he was zooted.
Well,
man.
also too.
He also looked like he just like walked out of a snowstorm. Like he came up, like pulled up.
Well, I think the budget was like $5.
Apparently.
Yeah, I think we put that set together.
I think he knew it was stupid.
My
too.
dad was like, "Shut this off!" Like so quickly. Like it was like 4 seconds.
When you're getting outdone by Dolly Parton, there's a problem.
Everyone was horned up for Dolly Parton.
Like everybody on Twitter was like, "How old is she?"
Dude, Tony Romo was so funny. He was like,
Tony Romo was like, "Yeah."
He like turned out his words. I was like, Jesus.
I think
dude.
she's 81.
She's not that old, is
No,
she?
she's in her 80s. She's
No,
old.
she's like 77, 78.
See, that's way
Oh, that's
better.
surprising.
Yeah.
Once
I
you
thought
start,
she was in her 80s.
once you start talking 80s, that's the line. Anything under 80.
That's the
right.
line. That's where you draw the line.
79.
40 doubled.
That's crazy. She lived 2 40-year-old lives. Yeah, these games are terrible.
I don't have much to say about any of them. Like the Lions were due for a loss. Like that one, I guess, like was surprising, but you wanted to put your home on the Lions.
I put it under dispute because the day before I saw the waxing gibbous.
The
yeah.
moon
See,
sign.
I didn't know about that.
I'm putting it under protest
All right.
because if I saw that
that's
before
fair.
the podcast,
That's fair.
I saw that and my heart dropped. I was like, "There's no
How
way."
many football fans like learned what a gibbous was that day?
Yeah.
Too?
12? They're 0-12.
So now
since the fucking league merged.
We're in a gibbous phase right now.
Well, now do we just bet based on the moon? Is that the
Now it's not the play.
now never?
No.
Oh.
Only on Thanksgiving, maybe, for the Lions. But other than that, no.
My sample size is 1, and it's 1-0. So
Well, apparently the moon
Start
is...
paying attention to the moon. A lot of people think that has an effect on shit. So
do you?
Apparently it does. It's 0-12. If it was like...
I'm not ruling it out.
If it was like they were like
cares?
one...
It
If,
might.
if it was like they were like 1-5 on a waxing gibbous moon, I'd be like, whatever. But
Yeah.
0-12
Maybe.
in like the past like 60 years or however long it was, I was like, dude.
I don't know.
way.
I can't get a boner on a new moon.
Now, is that just a new moon, or like is there other phase? It's just that's
a new moon?
Do you get like a half chub sometimes, and like no?
Your erections are caused by
It's
the
either
moon.
a full erection.
No,
or
I
no
have
erection.
ED on a new moon.
So can you imagine what the full moon is?
Wasn't that? Oh no,
It was a full moon yesterday.
never mind.
Were you bricked
yeah.
up yesterday?
Maybe, I don't know.
What did you say?
Nah,
No,
that's cap.
I'm retarded.
You know who had the best performance this weekend?
Me.
Ludacris.
No, I was gonna say
The Falcons game
eating
came down
Thanksgiving.
from the ceiling.
I did see that actually.
People were clowning him on Twitter, but I
didn't know
enjoyed
he
it.
played.
You know,
I didn't know he played at the Falcons game. Did he bring anybody else out?
We gotta stop with this where they have a halftime show for every game now.
Yeah, I don't like
yeah,
it.
No,
Okay,
The Thanksgiving halftime shows
Well,
are stupid.
I wanted to
Well,
ask
well,
you
well.
guys what.
like kids playing football or like the cheerleaders doing whatever. I'm fine with, but not.
That's
like,
Oh
fun
no
to
no no! I
watch.
mean like halftime concerts.
yeah. No.
So like when did it start from where there was just one game on Thanksgiving that had like a halftime show
to all of
to
them,
all of them,
it has to be recent.
right? I thought about that a long time on Thursday, and I was like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask Sal and Antonio.
Didn't it
this.
used to just be Detroit?
I'm pretty sure.
See, I disagree with that
Like,
because
up
I
until
feel
a
like
few
I
years ago.
remember like during the Cowboys halftime.
Oh, that's right. No,
watching,
that's
like,
when the Creed thing happened
Yeah.
in like 2001.
Like-
Yeah, but that was
and
when it
now
was
it's a
one.
meme.
It was one.
So then
halftime
Detroit
show.
didn't have one.
I don't think they should have any, dude.
Yeah, no, I
It
think
doesn't
it's-
matter. Like,
Don't
why do they do it
anything
anyway? Because they just know that there's a lot of people watching.
I guess.
I don't
Because
know.
then we're gonna start
dude.
doing it on random Sunday night football games.
They're-
Like,
because they could call it like this brand halftime show. That's why they do it.
oh yeah, it's just another brand deal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they're like, here's your Ford halftime show.
What is it now? It's not Pepsi anymore for the Super Bowl. What is it? It's like something really dumb. Who sponsors the Super Bowl now? I gotta look it up. It's something really stupid.
Oh, is it like a bank or something?
Starry.
What's that?
It's like the
that might be a good
7
guess.
Up, right? It's like 7 Up, but not 7 Up.
It's Dyson vacuum cleaners advertises the halftime show.
Oh, Apple Music.
Oh,
Oh,
Really dumb.
boo.
say Apple.
No, it's Apple Music.
I know, but what's the like?
There's not.
All right, what other notable things do we like from this weekend?
The Jags are the number 1 seed in the AFC right now.
That's crazy.
Are they technically?
Yeah.
Well, they're. Oh
'Cause
no,
they beat
the
the
Ravens are
Chiefs.
9-3.
9-3
Oh, the Jags are the 2nd seed in the AFC.
on here. Well, they have them 3 on here.
The Jags are the third.
I wish so.
Why? Who has the tiebreaker? Them and the
Chiefs, I guess.
Oh, that's right. They
They
played.
beat 'em.
Yeah, they beat them.
But
Me and Sal loved the Jags that game.
Yeah, I'm around all the time. Like, I also like the over in that game, and that was the only game that went under that week. So
Yeah.
Oh,
That's true.
Oh, that's right. That was like the 16-9 game or
Yep.
whatever. I don't have. I mean, Denver. They're on a 5-game.
they're making the
streak now?
playoffs. We said this 2 weeks ago. Or
They're
a
gonna
week
make the
ago.
playoffs. Yeah.
I hate that.
Dude, the Colts are 6-5.
They're a terrible team.
They're so bad.
so
And
the
Jonathan
Colts have the
Taylor's
same
hurt
record
now.
as the Broncos.
Huh?
So the Colts have the same record as
So
the
do the
Broncos.
Texans.
The Texans and the Broncos play this weekend.
I like
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, it's a big game.
I like that.
They're not gonna win it.
So let's
Who,
move
the Broncos?
Yeah.
Let's move on then. Let's move
Alright,
on to this
Ralphie.
week. Let's move on to this week.
This week? All right.
Yeah. Let's get it going. What the fuck was that?
Is that like the kid in his basement that like EDMs when he kills someone?
Nah, I opened it.
It sounded like a
Fucking
transformer,
cheeseburger reel.
dude.
Your ADHD is so bad. You're watching TikToks while we
He's
do the
watching
podcast.
TikToks on the
No,
podcast.
I wanted to see what my dad sent me on Instagram.
All right.
That's still bad.
Interesting game.
I guess so.
Thursday night, gentlemen.
I like this Thursday night game.
Seattle at Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I have 8.5. I don't know if you guys have a different number.
9.
9. All right.
We
we
will, no, no, no.
talking
we
about?
go with we go.
We
with
always go with you.
me. Okay.
Yeah.
Over under 47.5.
Yeah.
Thoughts, opinions.
Dallas isn't covering, but they're gonna win.
Interesting. That's an interesting take.
I mean, dude, they can't stop covering. I mean, they're not at one.
I feel like every time you say that, every time he says that, it like doesn't happen.
They've been shitting on teams.
That is
and
true.
And they've been like really bad. None of these teams are as bad as
Which
the
I feel like they
Seahawks.
do this a lot.
But there's no Kenneth Walker.
There's
Kenneth
no Kenneth
Walker's still
Walker.
out.
How does Seattle move the ball in this game?
Yeah, I don't know. Because they look like shit. They look like shit against the Niners.
They did look like shit against the Niners.
Are better than the Cowboys.
I mean, I like Seattle here, but
I don't feel great about it.
I like. Is this just Dak's MVP campaign, or like is he just gonna like throw another 4
Dude, I looked at his
touchdowns this week?
stats yesterday. 24
stats are
and 6.
ridiculous.
That's really, really
Yeah.
good.
His stats are ridiculous right now.
His stats are ridiculous right
His
now.
stats are ridiculous. I think.
These teams typically play close games.
So what is Dallas do? Can you
That's
realistically?
what I mean. I think.
Huh? Can you realistically sit there and tell me that the Dallas Cowboys can win the Super Bowl?
No.
Yes.
I don't think either of
Said it in the
these.
beginning of the year.
I
when
don't
they
think
looked
either of these
insane.
teams are scoring more than 20 points on Thursday.
Well, yeah. Every game goes.
Every
under.
primetime game goes under. Don't even look. Literally, don't even look.
That
Someone
wasn't
always
even,
gets hurt.
Wasn't
too.
even in my thought process. It's just like these two teams playing each other.
Oh no, I'm just saying in general. Like, don't even
Yeah.
just bet every under. Just it makes you make money. I'll never do it, but
I'll take Dallas to cover here because I like what you said. Like, how does Seattle score points here? Like, how do they score points in this game?
Ready? They're gonna win by 10. They're gonna cover by 1.
so
Okay.
now you're taking Dallas.
No.
Oh. Makes sense.
Dude, he's all over the place, dude. We broke him.
I'll take Seattle. I mean, I was always taking Seattle, but I don't love the game.
Did our collective stupidity, me and you, break him
They broke him probably 4
No,
years
I
ago.
just can't shit.
when we? Oh,
Yeah, are you okay?
is that a full
No,
moon
I'm
thing?
kidding.
So like you can shit when there's a new moon.
Chargers at the Patriots.
Next,
Patriots are plus. Over unders 40.5.
they lost to the Ravens, and Brandon Staley did not get fired.
Did I take the Patriots last week? Do we know the answer? No, I definitely took the
You
Giants.
didn't. I did.
Okay.
I did. Well, in my pick 3, also I took the under in that game, so that was free.
I mean, that was so free.
He went to that game.
Yeah, no.
I'm so sorry you had to watch that.
Entertainingly bad football. No, the funny thing too was like all the Giants and Patriots fans there were like very tongue-in-cheek rooting for their team. They were like, "Yeah, I'd love to win today."
That's
They're
what
like-
I said, though.
A
Like
jigsaw.
after the game, or like after he missed the field goal, my cousin looked at me. He's like, "I wanted him to miss."
When the
it."
Patriots missed that field goal, I bursted out into laugh. Like I
Dude.
laughed really hard.
The third quarter must have been the fastest. Like 2 bad teams playing. the game moves so fast because, like, I don't know, maybe they show less commercials, people less care.
No,
about
there's
it
just
less
all running. The clock's running the whole time.
Well, yeah, no, that's true. So
like
the
there's
third
more
quarter must have been the
because-
fastest quarter ever because at halftime, I got up to get some cheese fries. By the time I was back in my seat, and it's not like the line was. It was long, but it wasn't stupid long. By the time I was back in my seat, there was 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
No way.
Yeah. Football, that
Unless it
was
was
the
longer than he
fastest
thinks it
halftime
is.
ever.
Did you take an edible before you like?
No.
Were you under the influence?
No.
Oh.
What did I tell you?
He
What
said no.
No!
Like, he was like telling his dad. He's like, no, I wasn't.
what did I tell you at Alan's house Saturday?
I don't know.
He's like talking about what he's gonna bet, and I know Isaiah Hodgins touchdown, and he
Oh,
goes,
yeah.
he goes, that's awful. And
I can't believe I
Any
said that's
touchdown is
awful. I
awful.
like Hodge.
We've talked about that before. We both liked him. He scores the first touchdown of the game. I'm like, of course.
I must have been like looking at my phone, and I was like, "Yeah, that's gross." And like, didn't really. I must not have heard what you said at all.
You literally said that's awful, and I was like, yeah, you're probably right.
I think it's because I was dead set on betting Zeke to score a touchdown.
like, ew.
You told me that earlier.
I had
and
to play him in fantasy that day.
He was plus 800 Hodgins.
I
Anytime.
had Zeke
Anytime.
I had
Not
Zeke-
first.
I had
Anytime.
Zeke first touchdown.
That's horrendous. Did they score?
He's talking about Isaiah Hodgins anytime being awful, and he had that.
Yeah, and then you had Zeke. Whatever. The Chargers probably did whatever they want in this game, but I don't think they cover 6 points.
I mean, are the Patriots just tanking at this point?
yeah, obviously.
Oh, the Chargers!
trying
dude,
to?
The Chargers in New England are stinky.
Mm.
Yeah, but I really don't care.
Yeah, but do they have to cover at some point?
I'll take the Chargers -6. I think the Patriots are on a tanking spree.
I'll take the Patriots +6, but they lose.
I actually had a serious thought when he missed that field goal
That they're
that they're
tanking?
intentionally tanking.
They probably
Or
are.
is Bill just intentionally getting fired?
I mean, that kicker they have though is really bad.
They drafted him.
Ryland
right?
guy, yeah, they wasted a draft pick on him. Wasn't
Tom
he like
Brady
a
was a
high
sixth
draft pick?
Tom Brady was a 6th round pick, and that kicker was a 4th round pick.
Like getting a kicker in the 4th round is just insane to me. You're telling me this guy Ryland wasn't going to be available in a later round?
Probably. I mean, I don't know.
And then he's terrible. He misses a 35-yard field goal.
So I think this is where the panic keeps happening for the Chargers, not because they're going to lose this game, but because they're not going to win this game for as much as or by as much as they should.
Yeah.
Like it'll
Yeah.
be like tied going into the 4th quarter, and like there's going to be
They'll
like a
win by
Chargers
3.
panic, and
Yeah.
then they're going to win by like 5.
If the Patriots win this game, do they fire Brandon Staley? I love playing this game every week.
Well,
They have to. If they
Uh,
lose to the Patriots,
so
Yeah.
like 3 years ago, the year Anthony Lynn got fired, or 2 years ago, the year Anthony Lynn got fired, he got fired because the Patriots beat their ass 45-0.
I remember that game.
So
And they beat their ass in the playoffs.
So the Patriots might be on a spree of getting Chargers head coaches fired. So
That's funny.
That would be enough for me to be like, okay, this season was a success.
if you beat the Chargers,
And get Brandon Staley fired.
I don't give a fuck about Brandon Staley. I've
I've wanted him gone so bad. If the Patriots are the team to
If
do
that
it,
affects getting Caleb Williams or Marvin Harrison, then
I don't want Caleb Williams.
I will take Caleb Williams over Matt Jones.
No, I want a long-term
Oh, you want
option.
Marvin?
Marvin Harrison.
That's who I want.
Well, you're not getting him because you won this week.
Well, what if they have the 3rd pick?
We're taking him second. No, we'll take an offensive lineman or a defensive tackle. That's what we'll do.
Bill will be like,
We'll take a water boy.
we're gonna trade down. No, but what was really like baffling to me when I was in the car looking at like standings, on Sunday, I was like, I can't believe the New York Giants have the same amount of wins as the LA Chargers. Isn't that insane?
Mhm.
With how polar the talent spectrums are for that team, those teams.
That is crazy.
Feel bad for Herbs,
Goes
bro.
to show, man, what bad coaching does.
All right. Next game.
Also, I could argue that the NFC's weaker, but
It is. Oh, much weaker.
and that like the Chargers play in a hard division, but
Detroit.
And
The Saints. Over-under is 47. Detroit's favored by 4 in New Orleans.
New Orleans covers just because they do.
I might be done with the Saints.
I'm done with the Saints, but they're covering just because like I've been done with them for
Enough amount of time.
enough amount of time and have been right about it that they're just gonna cover at some point. And I don't know. This just seems like such a weird game. Something about Goff and the Superdome I don't like. Oh no, Goff loves the Superdome. That's right.
And
So,
good teams,
Lions.
good teams do not lose 2 games in a row.
Lions.
The
I'm
Lions
taking
are
the
a good
Lions.
team,
I
and
was
they're
trying to talk
covering.
myself into some dumb shit, but I'm just taking the Lions. The Saints are fucking awful.
The Saints
Derek
are
Carr.
fucking awful.
Derek Carr is.
He played horrendous Sunday.
He's doo-doo.
Okay, I don't want to say he played horrendous because he almost led the lead in passing for the week, but like his pick 6 was a horrid throw. Like it was
I feel
really bad.
like with him, when he makes a mistake, it's
a
like
big oopsie.
bad. It's a big oopsie. Like there are some guys that'll fumble. Like Lamar Jackson is the perfect opposite to him. Like Lamar Jackson will fumble like a really bad fumble, and the team will go 3 and out, the quickest 3 and out you've ever seen. Derek Carr fumbles and they return it for an 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
They get a pick 6 like the way that they did on Sunday, or like it'll cost them the game. Like it'll like be like the worst thing ever. And he'll be fine the rest of the game. Like the rest of the game, he'll play pretty decent,
Yeah.
but like it'll just be that one mistake.
No, he does have he gets faded every once in a while. He might hit the pen in between drives or something.
He might, dude.
I could see that.
He might.
I'll take the Aints +4.
The Aints.
I don't know. Whatever.
That's what I was saying before.
Steelers at home against the Cardinals. Steelers are -5.5. Over/under's 41.5. This everything inside of me is telling me to take the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I
Why?
think I have to be done taking the Cardinals because I've done it 2 weeks too long.
I don't know. Like Pittsburgh just feels like they should smush this team, and they're just not going to. So
dude,
I'm taking. The
I
Cardinals.
can't believe they're going to be 8-4.
They're not. They're losing this game.
Oh. Just because they're not an 8-4 team, right?
They're not
like
8-4.
That's it.
They're losing
That's
this game.
it.
I mean, I could argue that they're not a 7.
Yeah, they're not
team.
7-4. The Pittsburgh's
I don't know
winning.
what to make of this Steelers team.
I don't know either, but they lose this game.
It doesn't make sense that they're 7-4.
I really like the Cardinals here.
I have to take Pittsburgh.
I'm
Arizona
going to take
is
the
still really
Steelers
bad.
too. It might just be because I'm a Cardinals hater, but I don't really care.
All right.
That's it. That's all I have.
Atlanta at the Jets. I have -3 right now. It's bounced between 2.5 and 3. Over/under is 34 currently. The Jets are winning this football game, gentlemen. They have to create the illusion that Aaron Rodgers is coming back at least for a little bit longer.
Kyler Murray is the future quarterback of the Giants.
That's awful.
I just realized that
No.
because they're going to draft a quarterback in this draft, and they're going to have to.
Kyler Murray's the future quarterback of
The Steelers. No, do you know where he's
Ew.
going?
The Steelers? There's no way you just said the Steelers.
No, do you
dude.
know where he's going?
He's going to stay in the
He's going to
NFC.
Tampa.
the future Indianapolis Colt, Kyler Murray.
Wow. Wait, what?
I could see that.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know,
they like Anthony.
They like Anthony Richardson too.
I could just see that. I could just see him in Indy blue for some reason.
I could see him on like the Seahawks.
I see that too.
Wow.
But I
they
don't know
won't
if-
trade. They
I
won't
don't-
trade
yeah,
in
I don't
division.
think they'd trade him to the division.
All right. Regardless, so I have. Oh, we're talking about the Jets. I have the Jets in this game. I don't know how we got back on Kyler Murray. But
He just randomly said that he was the next
No,
quarterback for the
because
Giants.
I was looking at them and I was like,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to. They have a worse record than the Giants, and they might take a quarterback because they're stupid.
your picks or
Um.
of the Jets Falcons game.
Yeah, someone's got to like.
Win this game, yes. Correct.
No. Someone in the NFC South has got to like. I don't know.
Step up. No.
Step up.
That's a shitty ass division, dude.
They never step up. That's the point.
The Jets win this game. Come on.
I'm gonna
You're
ride.
so
I'm gonna ride with the Jets.
You're so right. I'm riding with the Jets.
Triple Jets.
Yeah.
J-E-T.
I feel like when we do that
Suck,
too,
suck,
we're
suck.
normally right. With the Jets, we're normally right when we do that.
Why? Because I never take the Jets.
You only
Neither-
take the
neither
Jets
do
when it's
I.
the correct time to take the Jets. That's
Yeah,
the
neither
thing.
do I really.
All right. Indianapolis at Tennessee. Indianapolis is -1. Over under is 43.
What a boring fucking.
This game is yuck. This game is yuck for sure.
not even like gross. It's just boring.
Yeah.
Like there's gross games, but
This has to be Tennessee, right?
Oh, they're winning this game.
You know, it's funny you said that, and I was just like, no, like this is gonna be like this is gonna be
When
one
are
of those.
you a Colts guy?
Is Gardner Minshew a winning
You're taking the
quarterback?
Colts?
I'm gonna take the Colts, but I also where I was going with that is this is gonna be one of those random like 35-28 games for no reason. Like this game is gonna score.
He might be right about
When
that.
do you take the Colts? You never take the Colts.
Because the Colts
And
are,
the Titans you like.
I don't
No,
think
I wouldn't say I like
I
the
wouldn't say he
Titans.
likes the Titans. He likes Vrabel, so he gives them a little bit of a.
I like Vrabel as a coach.
If there was no Vrabel there, no one would have.
Oh, I wouldn't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
This is one of the more surprising picks I've heard you pick ever, I think.
So is it totally wrong then?
No, I don't know. I'm taking the
I do
Titans.
like the over. The over is my most confident pick in
Okay.
this game.
I like the Titans.
But if I have to pick a team, I'm picking the Colts.
I'm also
Like,
taking the
Colts are
Titans.
good, dude. They got to keep winning too if they want to keep up.
I agree with you though that this could be like one of those no reason high scoring games.
It's like
I mean, 'cause
I can't explain it.
These
It's just
quarterbacks
one of
can
those
play
games.
like shit sometimes, but we've seen them like also throw 3-4 touchdowns in a game for no reason.
Yeah, I think
They have talented receiving, so
yeah.
All right, Miami at Washington. Miami's a 9.5-point favorite.
When do these teams play? Like ever?
This is a weird game.
Yeah.
Over-under's 49.5. Because it's so weird, I'm going to take Washington.
they played in the Super Bowl, I believe, once.
When in like the 50s?
When this was one of the ones that
50s.
Marino lost, I believe.
Hmm.
to Toe
Could be
Theismann.
wrong. Yeah.
Gross. I don't want to make a pick in this game.
All right, Nolan has no pick.
I recently have been getting tired of the Dolphins. Like
Me too. But are they?
I don't trust them at all.
They're literally just the Cowboys. They're just gonna beat the shit out of these teams.
And then
But
they play,
do-
and
do-
then they're the AFC version of the Cowboys.
But
for
do
sure.
the Commanders just lose by 30 like again?
I'm gonna pick the Dolphins here. They
Ron Rivera
usually-
hasn't gotten fired.
Who?
Ron Rivera hasn't gotten fired.
No, he should.
All right, Dolphins. Because like they'll just shit on him and then he'll get fired after this. Weird.
Yeah, this might be a game where they score. Like
Yeah,
a
I have
bunch
to
of
trust
points.
Miami's just gonna do what they do here.
Denver
It's gonna rain.
at Houston.
Ron Rivera should have been fired when he
Yeah.
didn't realize their team was
Ooh.
out of the playoffs. That's when they should have fired him.
Denver is plus 3.5 in Houston. Over under is 47.5. I like Houston to win this game.
Yeah, that 3.5's a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, this probably should be closer.
But if
no?
you're trapping yourself, I kind of like them to win this game too. But if you're trapping yourself into that, thinking that Denver covers, it's really tough to.
Yeah,
keep
you're
with
navigating a very
But-
small window.
that.
I'll take
I-
Houston.
I still see this being a really close game.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna take them.
You're gonna take who?
Oh, I'm taking Denver.
Of course you are. That wasn't our question.
Didn't you start this by saying you think Tennessee or the
You
Texans
think-
I think
will-
Houston's gonna win. I'm trapping myself in a little bit of a corner.
Oh.
I think this is gonna be like this game
You're going-
really has high stakes for a playoff spot, and I think it's
He's
gonna.
going 12 rounds
play out
with his
that way.
demons.
I got Houston.
I'm taking Houston. I cannot see Denver winning 6 in a row. That's
don't
ridiculous.
either.
This team is not good enough to win that many games in a row. And Houston is very good. So
Denver's one of the best teams in the league.
Houston is a very good team at home, even when they're bad.
This is so yucky and I love it. Carolina
Yeah.
at Tampa Bay. Carolina's plus 5.5 in Tampa Bay. Over under 37. Carolina wins this game for no reason. For no reason. For 0 reason, Carolina wins this game.
I mean, okay, so let me look. This wild card race in the NFC is getting crazy.
I mean, the only way Tampa gets in the playoffs is on NFC South. Other than that, I don't see them getting a wild card.
Adam Thielen hasn't done anything in like 2 weeks.
What do you want him to do with Bryce Young throwing him the ball?
Well, earlier Bryce Young was just only throwing it to him, and he was getting his points.
Bryce Young doesn't have time to throw because, number one, he's 4 feet tall, and number two, he has the worst offensive line, I think, ever.
Ever.
What is he
Ever.
doing in the NFL?
He got put in a bad situation.
If he wasn't on Alabama, he wouldn't have gotten drafted.
Yeah, I agree.
I said the same thing about Jalen
He's
Hurts,
tiny,
though,
dude.
so.
He's tiny.
I have
And that's where
Carolina.
that's why they prove that Carolina is always in contention for the first pick.
The Panthers.
Take it, Tampa.
I'm taking Tampa too. They have to keep winning.
Tampa Tom.
If they want, this is like an important game for them.
The game of the week, Tom.
No.
Yeah.
Baker playing against his old teams though. Doesn't he normally lose?
I'm sorry, Baker played in Carolina.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Baker played in Carolina.
Yeah. What was it, like 2 years ago?
Yeah, and remember when the Browns were coming to play Week 1? He was like, "I can't wait to kick their ass." And
and then they lost. Yeah.
Baker played for Carolina.
Yeah. Was it last year?
I think it was last year.
Why do I not remember that?
Remember, he was talking shit about the Browns because it was their first game. And he was talking so much shit. It was last year, I remember.
All right.
And they got I think they got shit on. So I remember laughing about that.
All right. Game of the season probably.
Yes, I like this game.
The Philadelphia Eagles at home taking on the San Francisco 49ers. This reminds me of a spread last season, but I'll get to that in a second. San Francisco is a 2.5 point favorite on the road.
Crazy.
That's
10-1
insane.
Philadelphia Eagles. Over under 47.5. This reminds me, if you guys remember, last season there was a Minnesota-Dallas game when Minnesota was 7-1 or 8-1.
Okay.
And Dallas was, I don't know, whatever Dallas is. Dallas is like 5-3 or 6-2. Like they're having a normal Dallas season, and Dallas was favored by 2 points in Minnesota to the 7-1 or undefeated Vikings.
I think I remember.
And Dallas,
I remember this very well.
Dallas smoked them. Dallas absolutely smoked them in that.
So does that happen again?
Well, if San Francisco smokes Philly, if Philly plays them in the playoffs, Philly's winning.
He did play for the Panthers. That's weird.
I feel like I remember this last year because we talked about it for a while. Because
we talked about it for like 20 minutes.
We were like,
podcast.
why is it -2.5?
And I think I still took the cheese and took the Vikings.
This is the Eagles, though. This isn't the Vikings. This is the Eagles.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And the Eagles historically have really fed off of this like
underdog,
ridiculous underdog thing, like top dog underdog kind of, if that makes sense, to where like they're really really good, but they just somehow don't get favored in these games. Remember the whole playoff run? I mean, granted, Nick, like they had a backup in, but they were a 1 seed, and they were an underdog in every game, and that was their whole motive for the entire postseason.
Yeah, I think.
Is Lane Johnson still out?
I don't know.
I think he was somewhat game time, not game time.
You're telling me you're basing your pick off of Lane Johnson?
No, he's
no, but
not, that's definitely an important. That's an important player.
I don't know. The fact that this game really isn't as much of a 1 seed decider as it was, or as I thought it was going to be.
As much as we both thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Philly.
Just as questionable.
I guess it feels like
You're
I'm taking the
Philly?
cheese. Yeah.
Why was everybody questionable on like the Eagles, dude?
Yeah, they have a long injury
Devontae
report.
Smith, DeAndre Swift.
Oh, jeez.
Lane Johnson, AJ Brown.
That must be why San Fran is favored.
Dallas Goedert.
Because if those guys end up healthy, this line's going to move. This could be even by Sunday.
Come on, what am
Maddox.
I taking in this game?
Dude, this game is weird.
If most of those
like
questionable guys end up healthy, this line will move and it'll be like a -1 or a pick.
It's like
Yeah,
75-25 San Francisco too.
Yeah.
Could this be though too where we're like too early?
I don't know. Maybe the Eagles are just really fucking good.
Because here's the
they're gonna
thing:
be
like, if the
11-1.
Eagles lost the game against the Bills, I'd feel way more comfortable taking the Eagles in this spot.
Yeah.
But because they won that game, them losing this game isn't the end of the world. And if I don't know, it's like it's just one of those things where like fate might just be like, you don't have to win this game, and maybe they won't. But it's just like, dude, am I really gonna base that off of this? Like the
I can't
Eagles
wait
are
for this
fucking
game.
good, man. The Eagles are fucking good.
I'm taking the 49ers. I have no rhyme or reason.
This is like a coin flip. I'm gonna take the Niners too.
Who would have saw that coming?
You on the Eagles? by
Both you
yourself?
guys on the Niners and me on the Eagles.
I think mine is more of a spite from last week. I'm just so upset, so I have to.
Mine is just a thing where like the Eagles don't have to win this game,
Yeah.
so they're gonna know that, and it's just gonna be subconscious, and they're not gonna win.
Browns at Rams. Browns are +3.5. Over under 40.
Two of the hardest teams to pick in the league when it comes to any game.
These two teams don't really like covering.
Honestly, I was gonna say the Rams.
Me too, but I don't know what's
can't.
happening, dude. Matt Stafford's stats are like really bad.
Yeah.
Dude, how is Cleveland 7-4?
Just Myles Garrett is.
But then Denver,
not human.
but like their defense is amazing, Cleveland. But then Denver hangs 30 on them last week.
But like that's so all right. This is gonna sound really dumb, but there's some like stadiums and scenarios where I don't blame teams for playing bad. Like in Denver,
that's different.
That's like just
That's
a
good
weird.
point.
That's like a weird.
Tennessee
Tennessee's a weird one, but like at those places, not just playing those teams. Like if you go to Denver, if you go to like, I feel I'll give you a break if you're like you have an off week that week.
Yeah, I mean, LA fans when like the team is they don't.
Yeah, they're They're like, I don't care. Their home state, their home. They have no home stadium. They have no home crowd. Like nobody. Yeah, you're right. Nobody cares there. I'm
There's
taking
way
the
too many
Browns. You're
teams.
giving me over a field goal. I'll take the Browns.
I'll take the Browns too. You're right. Matthew Stafford, it's been really bad.
I feel like he needs to be like perfectly set up in the pocket, and the Browns are gonna rush the shit.
Actually, yeah, I can really see Stafford against this defense having a really bad game, and Cleveland defense having like a big bounce back day. It's a big opportunity for them to pick off Matt a few times.
Just don't get how the Browns score points.
They don't really. They score like 14 a week.
How did they even score 14? It blows my mind.
They did a short field.
They had 12 last week.
Yeah.
They scored 33 against the Ravens a couple weeks ago. Remember that?
They had Deshaun though.
Isn't that ridiculous?
That was Deshaun Watson.
This is his last game.
All right, whatever. This game sucks.
My favorite game of the weekend, gentlemen.
Of course, it involves the Packers.
Kansas City at the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay is +6. Over under 42.5. In Green Bay. You all know what's coming. Green Bay +6.
Yeah. Okay, why?
Because they win this game outright.
Okay, why?
Because we gotta get horny. That's why.
No.
Yes.
They want to make a little playoff push.
We're doing this again?
This is a 1 week only. This is just
I'm not going as far as
say that.
I'm not going as far as to say they win, but I like the Packers to cover this.
No, they're winning.
For sure.
Packers are winning this game.
Oh, man. It just sucks because you guys are probably right about this game because the Chiefs are another team I just do not trust. I think in the beginning of the year we got fooled because they were looking so good, but then people started figuring them out.
They're going to look like poo-poo pee-pee Sunday night. Like, they're not going to be able to move the ball.
Even that win against the Raiders, they kind of looked like poo-poo pee-pee for a little bit.
Here's my theory is that they're going to get bounced in the playoffs, and then after the Super Bowl, we're going to hear something out of the Chiefs that, like, Pat was dealing with an injury the whole year. That was, like, lingering.
I hate that, though.
I can see it happening.
I think they're going to get bounced because Travis Kelce has been in way too many commercials. It's the herd take.
What?
The Colin.
Oh, is that what he said?
No, he hates when like players do too many commercials.
Yeah. Especially when you're Baker Mayfield. Did you say you like the Packers, Nolan?
I do like the Packers. I like them to cover that spread.
Round of Packers.
I don't think they win. I think they cover that spread though.
Final game. Bengals at Jacksonville. Bengals are +8.5. Over under 38 points.
So many teams are on bye this week. 6 teams on bye.
I thought
Imagine
so.
how good this game
Last
would've
week,
been.
I thought that I don't know. When Browning came in, I didn't hate it that first game against the Ravens. So I thought they were gonna. I thought there was a chance they looked good against the Steelers, but they didn't really score any points at all. I like the Jaguars to cover this in Jacksonville.
I think the Jaguars just murder them.
I haven't seen like a murder, I feel like, in a while. Like,
call an ambulance. But
No.
Yeah,
for
this
me,
might be like a late in the season Jags
yeah,
like
41
put their name
nothing.
out there. Yeah.
I think Jacksonville murders them.
I'll take the Jags.
I think. Imagine how good this game would have been if Joe Burrow didn't get hurt.
Oh yeah. Man, fuck it. Jags. Round of Jags. We'd read on a lot this week. There wasn't a lot though.
There wasn't a lot of games. There's 6 teams on bye. We're missing 3 games, potential games.
Pick 3.
Yes, you get to decide the order, sir. Is this your first 3-0 of the year? Have you gone 3-0 yet?
I thought I did one other week.
Probably. In the beginning.
I'm gonna let Antonio decide the order.
Oh, he pulls the.
See, whenever I decide the order, I never put myself last. So I'm gonna put myself last today.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go. We're gonna go my left, my right.
So
viewers left or viewers
So
right
okay,
to
viewers, decide your pick 3, dude.
all right, you guys first.
No, that's not what
All right, Jets.
That's a good pick.
No, I said Nolan first.
Oh, sorry.
You said the viewers.
That's why I
first.
went from my left.
I knew what
to
you
the
meant.
right.
I knew what you meant. It was just funny that you said the viewers go first. We sit here and wait.
I think that's what I said, but
Robert
sure.
calls me.
He's like, bro, you have to put $300 on the Ravens. We're like, bro, they're not playing this week.
To be fair, I enjoy going first. Number 1, give me Dallas -9. I think that they steamroll Seattle because I don't see how Seattle can score points. Number 2, Sal's gonna love this. Give me the Colts -1.
Shocking.
I think that they have to keep winning to like keep pace, and I think that they go into this game and win that. And last but not least, what is that noise? Last but not least, just stay silent forever. Give me the Jags -8.5. I'm gonna go with what I think is what I'm most confident in. Usually, like I suck when I do that, but whatever.
My turn.
Your turn.
Jets +3.
Yep.
They have to tickle for a little bit to get Mr. Rogers back. Well, Packers +6.
Yep.
And third and finally, drum roll please. I'm agreeing with Nolan.
What?
Jags -8.5.
Nice. Okay. I like it. Antonio.
Okay. I like Pittsburgh against Arizona to cover 5.5.
Wrong.
I really like Cleveland against the Rams to cover 3.5.
Correct.
And I'm gonna join you guys in the Jags.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, we hit the last time we did this.
Did we? Oh yeah. All right.
It was the Eagles.
It's funny because when I was looking at the games, I was like, it was like my brain was already putting the Packers in there, and I was like, wait, I like these games better. Actually, shit, I already I took my hand off of the off of the piece, but I should have said Seattle +9 instead of the Steelers. But that's how the game.
You would have went head to head with.
That's how the game works.
That is how the game works.
And you know what's funny about us all agreeing on the Jags? I'm pretty sure when we did it for the Eagles, it was a Monday night game, and it was like we said that they were gonna cream them.
It was against the Chiefs, right? Isn't that when we said it?
Was it against the Chiefs?
I think that was the one we agreed on.
Was it a Monday night game?
Yeah, no, you got to be right. I definitely put them in my pick 3 for that.
Me and you both had them in our pick 3. It was against the Chiefs.
So let's go. We got to keep the train going.
Monday night vibes.
Give me a prop in only the 1:00 games.
What?
A prop in only the 1:00 games.
I'm gonna go with
Kenny Pickett 3 touchdowns.
That's
no
showing off in the new offense.
He couldn't do that if he was good at football.
No. Here's my one. Oh wait, we don't like doing touchdowns anymore.
You can though. It's just
DeAndre Hopkins 2 touchdowns.
Austin Eckler 3 touchdowns.
Wow. So you have DeAndre Hopkins 2 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. You have Austin Eckler 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
Shit. I'm gonna do.
Because they hate covering receiving backs. That's like the Patriots'
Oh,
worst thing.
Sal's gonna love this one.
Unless it's Saquon.
Miami defense, anytime touchdown.
Wow.
Okay. You definitely see it.
Oh shit! This is entertaining to talk about. How bad, like fadedly, unbelievably bad, was Mac Jones throwing on Sunday?
That second pick where he was like fading back and he like kind of like just did one of these. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Like I just like he's done.
It's like, how do you even make that decision? That's like a
Because he doesn't like to hit. That's why he has these throws where he is just.
I know, but like, what the fuck happened? Because he would have never done that even last year.
I don't know. Maybe
Joe
Judge might have just ruined him.
And there was one that
But this is
there
like
was
the
one he
second
almost
time,
threw
though.
too, where a Giants player like had like a foot in while he was like bobbling it and almost picked him off. And that was also really bad. He was throwing it to where like there'd be one Patriots receiver and 3 Giants defenders.
Have I not been saying all season he's horrible? Even last year
no,
too.
he's horrible. He's not
I don't
their
even
quarterback.
know if we can
he's
say
not.
like Joe Judge ruined him because like that would be the second time now. Because last year it was all like, oh, Matt Patricia just doesn't know how to call plays, blah blah blah. And now it's like, okay, Joe Judge like ruined him, and it's like,
Oh, I thought
yeah,
Joe Judge
is
was
Joe
offensive
Judge
coordinator.
really- I was gonna
that's
say,
what I
there's
meant.
no way
Matt
he's calling
Patricia
plays.
ruined him. That's what I meant.
could have been. But I feel like it's like what do you mean by ruined him?
Got his feelings hurt.
He like forgot how to play football.
I don't
Like,
know.
I don't
I'm
know.
not. I'm not sitting here making excuses for
Where's he
him.
going?
Matt
after the
Jones.
Patriots, or is he just gonna be their backup?
the San Francisco 49ers.
No, he's
Dude,
going
they
to
have-
like the CFL.
They have Sam Darnold too.
Nobody's
Like,
gonna
why would
want
they want
him.
him?
A team that's like, I don't know.
He'll be like a backup for a couple years, then we'll forget about him, and then like in like 3 years he'll like go somewhere, and like we'll see the headline and we'll be like, oh wow, Mac
No,
Jones
you know
still
where
plays.
he's gonna go. If Kirk goes somewhere else, he's going to
The
the Vikings.
No.
He's gonna end up in the CFL.
So Justin Jefferson can have 18 catches for 90 yards every week.
Yeah,
Like,
he's gonna get pissed.
Yeah. I would hate that. So I guess it's as good as Josh Dobbs, right? He looked horrendous Monday.
Yeah, is he just gonna be the next Ryan Fitzpatrick, where like every few years
comes
he's gonna
in for a little
he's gonna
bit,
play,
yeah.
he's gonna win like 3
Yeah.
games in a row, play really
There
good.
always is a guy.
Then
like
eventually he's gonna have a game where he throw 3 picks.
Probably.
that. There always is a guy like that.
Are you that guy?
I
We
feel
could-
like
we could-
I feel like I could be.
We could put you in for a half and you could throw a couple touchdowns. I feel like.
A couple.
Yeah, like 2. You could get 2.
I feel like I would just shit my pants.
So
Going from never playing football before ever to going to the NFL. Could you imagine?
you could have played as good as Josh Dobbs or Justin Fields Monday night.
See, my hands are small.
Or the Ohio State
can't-
quarterback.
I can't
in, the
throw.
Michigan
He
game.
was bad.
My hands are way too small. I don't think I'd be able to grip the ball.
Kenny Pickett, dude.
Yeah, he's really good.
Well, he's got small hands.
Yeah, but he also played football his whole life.
And he also sucks.
I bet my hands are a lot
Yeah,
smaller
well.
than Kenny Pickett's.
You don't know that.
Like, what do they measure from? Is it like your middle finger to like the edge of your palm?
I don't know, dude.
Like I don't have big hands, dude.
Take your cock, and if you can fit it all.
Okay, well in that case, maybe I have a small cock. All right.
Dude, Wemby's hand goes to like here.
Where does this cock go?
To like there.
All right.
Nolan's had enough.
I've had enough.
No one's like, I gotta go beat off now. God damn it.
Yeah, all right. All right.
Goodbye.
You're muted.
Yep, you're banned.